Joining us to talk about this is the basketball commentator, Rotimi Akindele. Rotimi, thank you for joining us on the show today to speak on the Tigress.
Thank you very much, Udoka. Good to be on the show.
Great. Let me be honest. Let me make a true confession. I was one of the people that felt like Nigeria didn't have a chance to beat Australia because Australia are in the top 5 ranked teams in the world, but they caused an upset and I was totally surprised.
Last week on the show, while in your studio, I think I was telling Onyechi, I said, we're going to get one win, maybe against Australia or against Canada. And then I don't see us winning against France. But then I didn't think it was going to come this easy because at some point the game looked a bit easy. So before the game, you were not the only one in the shoes of Nigeria's definitely going to lose, especially looking at the scrimmages we played before going to the Olympics. So, Udoka, you're not alone on this one. I think everyone is stunned. FIFA is stunned. The basketball world is stunned that Nigeria could pull this off. And considering the fact that this is our first win in 20 years at the Olympics, I think it's only fair to say that it's okay to be shocked, before the game and after the game.
Right. Now, Nigeria will next play France. And we know that France are the hosts of the Paris Games. We saw them play in the rugby finals, and there was no way Fiji was going to get that win over France in rugby. Playing against France in basketball, tough one for Nigeria, I know. But do you sense a repeat of this victory against Australia to happen against France?
Well, so what happened today was we could say there was an element of luck somewhat because you look at the Australians, the Opals like they call them, third in the world. They hardly make turnovers or register this much when it comes to turnovers. 26 turnovers in a game. That's a poor start for any team. And then the fact that Nigeria capitalized on the turnovers by getting 26 points off their turnovers actually was the difference in this game. So, and then the Australians couldn't cope with our physicality. I think if we go into that game against France with this physicality, not hoping for them to turnovers and then capitalize, but then go with our aggression, go with our physicality, I think we might stand a good chance against France. Now that we have one win, there's a good chance of us progressing to the next round, but you just have to avoid a blowout, as it were. So even if you're going to lose against other big opponents, don't let the margin be too wide. But from what we saw today, I think we look very good. And maybe the crowd will play a part when France is playing, when we play against France in the next game. But from the aggression and physicality we saw today that the Opals couldn't cope with, maybe if that counts well for us against the French side, probably we might have an edge again. But if I thought we're going to lose in that game, I do not see us being blown away. So it's all loads of positives coming in from the D Tigers, especially following this first win against the world number 3 in Australia.
All right, for Nigeria, because, I mean, this is amazing. Loads of criticism coming from sports fans right here in Nigeria because we don't have a basketball league. Basketball isn't functioning well in the country. The men's basketball team didn't qualify to play at the Olympics. Now, the Tigresses have gotten their first win. It just shows that in as much as things are not going so well, we still have people who are determined to wear the colors of the country and still deliver when it matters most. Because, to be honest, Nigeria has not really performed well at the Olympics, most especially from table tennis. So it feels like there's a beacon of hope with basketball with the D Tigresses.
We all know that 12 teams usually play basketball at the Olympics. And of course, the 12 team is usually the top 12 teams in the world. So you look at this beacon of hope for Nigeria. Yes, it's doable. It's actually possible that we can, believe. Forget the shenanigans at home. I don't think we're ready to fix whatever is happening at home yet. If we're ready, maybe the government might have to interfere, but that might get us into some sort of trouble again. But then don't let us forget.
All right, I think we have the gremlins creeping up on our network right here. I just believe that we can actually have Rotimi again on the show because the network will not allow us have a great conversation.